People, Deluded, I'm back again. Thank you very much for watching and rocking and tuning in. Make sure you hit the subscription button and make sure you check out my podcast. Link is in the bio, or it should be. If not, just go on my community tab on YouTube or check out my social medias. Trying to get the audio thing going. But moving on, Arsenal obviously lost to, well, Arsenal's under 21s lost to Northampton Town in the cup competition, and I'm proud of our lads, man. They took it to penalties and they lost on penalties, I believe, if I can remember correctly. Coyle missed his penalty, but I'm proud of our lads, man. They're playing a League 2 side. They don't play. This is what I'm an advocate of playing. Apologies, people. Sorry, just a little crease up there. But this is why I'm an advocate of these under 23s or young 18, 19, 17, 16-year-olds in the academy. This is why I'm big on them playing against grown men, Northampton Town sort of thing. I believe there was an 18-year-old playing in midfield for Northampton, but generally they're playing against grown men, fighting for their living, not the glamorous sort of side at football. And what they might lack in technical ability, because let's be honest, Arsenal produce some technical quality footballers. They'll ball Northampton off the park. Fortunately, football's just not about that. They're very street smart, and there was a couple of moments they were definitely letting Arsenal young players and let them know physically that they're there. Smart little fouls and smart little movements off the ball, and for the defenders it's very good. For someone like Balogun who's scoring goals for fun at under 23s level, it's good for him to play against individuals like that, because I feel he was good in the whole team, him included, and I believe him, or it might have been Tommy, I can't remember, the stream was very dead. Although he was good in the goal we scored, he did find it tough again against them centre-halves. He scores goals for fun against his peers, but this is what he's good at, people, because I'm not just him, but sometimes when you're playing the same old teams and you know when you're badding them up and skilling them up and beating them, you're not going to improve or find out immediately what you're good and bad at. Of course, Balogun, for example, knows what he needs to improve and whatnot, and this is for the 23s as well, really, and all young players. If you play against if him as a young striker plays against a senior centre half who's all over him, who's pulling him, who's just in wherever he wants to go, he's on him. He's gonna think, boy, I need to smarten up on the runs I make. I need to start doing decoys. I need to switch this up about my game. I need to add this. I need to take out that. Do you get it, people? I'm proud of our lads, and I'm proud of them, man. They held themselves against them. We drew 1-1 and we lost on penalties. Now, the way the competition works, I think it's extra points for winning and all of these sort of things, and points for winning on pens. I don't know how it works, people. Check it out and whatnot. But we technically drew and we got a point, but we lost on penalties. And it was a tough game, I must admit, people. It wasn't the best of games technically to watch. I do think while our young players held their own and broke when they could down the flanks and got play going, I think Northampton were superior. I feel the first half, if we're being honest, 100% was Northampton's. I don't know statistically how many corners there were, but I don't even think it was as much as 10 or 20, but it felt like that, people. It felt like they always got corners. They were breaking and having joy, but they weren't really... Clearly they didn't. We drew. They didn't have the quality in the final third, or quite cutting edge to finish off these opportunities, and Matt Macy was quite calm in that regards. I mean, Matt Macy, I'm sure he wants to leave in January. I know he's comfortable at Arsenal, but 24 years of age, playing an under-21s tournament, doesn't look good, didn't it? You really want to go and play senior football? I would anyways, because it's seeming like it might not happen here. Hope to be proven wrong as usual. But yeah, man, I think it was all Northampton. We did have opportunities. I think Balogun and all the rest of the technical players, we did find it tough to get things consistently going, and it took us to the second half really to get things going and start balling out and show what we can do. And I think Bowler got injured as well. So yeah, it weren't the glamorous of viewings, people. 20 or so minutes. There weren't really anything of note to speak about beyond the physical test and the street smartness, people. Even dumb things that we already know and they already know, but it's like in the 13th minute, Northampton made a foul. The guy's carrying the ball until he pretending he can't hear the ref and that, just so his team get back in position. Obviously our young players do that, but it's about always thinking about things like that, not just relying on how good you are as a footballer. You need to be able to think. How you think, how you retain information, and how you move forward with information given to you by self-learning or your coaches or peers defines how you develop as a footballer. Because the older you get, the more you need to retain information, people, and actually learn these things. And again, at 23's level, similar to against Everton where we drew and where we beat Brighton, but we conceded in the dying embers of the game. What was the word I'm going to say? Game management. These young players need to learn game management, because again, 21s and 23s, a couple players weren't playing. Tyrese was on the bench in this game as well. We scored late on, but we conceded like 3-4 minutes after that in the 80-something minute. before we get on to that, second half, like I said, well, first half, it just felt like we was forever defending because it was just physical test people. I think we did all right. But moving forward from that, I think we did all right. But I don't think there was anything of note for one. But I just think it would probably be more Northampton. Second half, I think we had more confidence. We've weathered the storm. We kind of felt Northampton what they're about, and we started to show what we could do. And we started to get some possession and keep the ball. Players would hold on to the ball a bit longer, try and find their peers. And I think we played much better in the second half. And I don't feel like I said about Northampton, I don't feel we quite had that extra creme de la creme to go and get that goal to get us in the game at this moment until it came. But it came better late than never. It was some fantastic play initially down the left. Good team move. Many players involved, really, to name drop them. A couple of players actually missed the initial effort, but Olayinka taps into an empty net, more or less, people. He's continuing his run. It's 1-1. I mean, it's 1-0. We're in ecstasy. We're away from home. The young players have done it against these men. But football is a strong game. I think initially, before the move was developing, Matt Macy done, and there's nothing wrong with it. He had a goal kick. They won it back from a 50-50 header from a goal kick, and they got some play going. And then I think our ball was played in. Their goal was a good goal. Northampton scored. I'm not even going to lie to people because the ball came in. It was a good team move. But the key moments is the ball came into the striker. I don't know his name. Black guy up front. He knocked it down with his chest. Very good move. And then some guy just smashed it. And I won't say top bins, but very good bit of height on it. Very good finish. First time sort of thing, people. Or he might have taken a touch. Either way, it was a good goal, man. Very good goal. And I have to applaud Northampton for that. That was straight off the training ground. And for us, like I said, I love us playing in these sort of games because it shows these players immediately. Obviously, we got away with it at 23's level. It's 21's, but let's just use 23 as an example. We got away when we beat Everton, when we drew against Everton. Well, we didn't get away with it, but we didn't lose against Everton, and we got away with it against Brighton when they scored the consolation goal late on. But immediately, it's cup football. We learned game management. We've just gone ahead, and now we've conceded. And at this moment in time, we're tired. You got to remember, it's a 90-minute game. It's a demanding game for these young players, anyways, because they're still physically developing. More so against seasoned individuals. So they've got to learn, okay, we're tired, we've taken the lead, let's sit in, let's weather the storm a bit. Obviously things happen in football and they conceded, but it is what it is. There was no Saka, I didn't see Saka, based on the stream I was watching. Is he going to be involved in some capacity against Spurs? I'm not sure. He's still nursing his way back from injury. He got 66 minutes on the 23's last game. Tyrese didn't start, don't know why, but if Bold went with Balogun, innit, really? And on the topic of Balogun, it was a good test for him because he couldn't play with his back to goal really because it'd be ineffective because they're stronger than him. So he had to work the channels and do a lot of running. And these experiences, people, are very good. You're not going to not just him. You're not going to learn when it's all going great for you. When you're scoring everything, it gives good confidence. But you're not going to learn anything when it's all going right. And this is why I believe we've got to look at playing more games like this against seasoned pros because they're only going to get better from this because it's a competitive game. I think our young players did well, man. We found it hard to get out into connecting play going, and really and truly it took us about 60 minutes because we scored in the 78th. It is what it is. We got a point. We lost on penalties. Coyle missed a decisive one, and I must admit it wasn't the best of penalties, Trey Coyle, if you're watching this, but it is what it is. It could happen to any man. I'm proud of man to a man. I think they played well. They held their own. I don't think no young player cowered and was scared to play against them. I feel we tried. It's just they're still developing. They're playing against street smart individuals, and I feel it was a good game, man. I feel it was a good game. Just unfortunately we didn't win, but we've got more games in the group stage to go. We go again, Arsenal. On that note, people, deluded. I'm out. Thank you for watching and rocking as usual.